friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing multiple requests in one video. I've gotten quite a few requests, especially through my 1,000 subscriber week. So I just want to thank you guys first of all for giving me things that you want to see. Like letting me know what you want to see is huge. I'm so appreciative of that. And we're going to pause the video right now because if you have something else you want me to do, it's a beauty recommendation, a lifestyle recommendation, a question for a future Q&A, we're going to pause the video right now so you can go down below and tell me what you want to know. And pause. Did you pause it? No? It was just me freezing? Okay. But leave a comment below. Let me know what videos you want to see going forward. So today I'm going to be doing 3. The first one I'm going to be doing is how to use the Tarte Shape Tape if you are not a YouTuber. And I'm sure all of you have gone online when you're like, how do I use this thing? And you have seen how YouTubers will drag this down their face, put it all over, and then do some buffing and magic and all kinds of wizardry, and then it's all magically beautiful. I'm going to show you how an everyday person can use this product. I have a day job. I can't be going out like I'm a contoured statue. That's not me. That's not who I am. So I'm going to show you guys today how I use this for a daily regular look. I'm also going to be doing my eyebrows. I've gotten a few requests on how to do my eyebrows on my daily routine, not just a rust routine. So I'm going to be doing that for you as well. And I'm going to be doing a hair hack. A few of you have mentioned that you like when my hair is kind of wavy, curly, and my hair naturally has some texture and some curl to it, so that does help. But I'm going to show you a quick way to be able to do your hair in the morning to give it some bounce and curl. So let's get into it. So I have already put on my Ride or Die e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. I highly recommend before you do anything with your under eye, with concealers, you put on a primer. All right, next we're going to be pulling out our Tarte Shape Tape, and I know this doe foot applicator is pretty big and intense, so you may be looking at it going, I don't know what to do with this thing. There's a few things that you could do if you have too much product. Something I do, I even do this with some of my liquid lipsticks, is I will go and I will just wipe some of it off, like press the doe foot applicator into the mouth of the product and just push it and just drag it. And that really does help get off some excess so you have less on the doe foot applicator while you apply it to your face. So that's one thing you could do. Another thing that you could do is if you have a really good concealer brush that you just love and you want to use that, you absolutely can. What you can do is take the product from the tube, put it on the back of your hand, and then go into it that way and apply it to your face with the brush that you prefer. That totally works too. There is no like hard and fast rules to how you have to do any kind of makeup, but even the Tarte Shape Tape. What I do usually, and what works well for me, is to just kind of do a slight wipe off like I told you, but I don't even have to do it that much. And what I do is I do dots underneath both of my eyes. I don't drag into that huge triangular V looking thing. I don't make myself into a jack-o'-lantern. I'm just going to dot this right underneath each of my eyes. Keep in mind this is a very thick product, so you don't need a ton. This may even be too much for you. It depends on the circles you got under your eyes. And then I'm going to take my wet beauty blender. Some people really prefer a brush of some sort. Whatever works best for you and the look you're trying to achieve, use that. I'm going to use a wet beauty blender, and I'm going to go into that and I'm going to do the dabbing method. I don't drag under my eye, I do the quick dabs. I personally think the less product you start with, the better, because if you need to build it, you can. That's the beauty of this Tarte Shape Tape. You can build it, and it does have great lasting power. So you can decide, oh, you know what, this isn't enough, and you can take the product and go back in and do a few more dabs if you want to. The style you choose to do for your under eye makeup also depends on the type of foundation you're going to be using. You guys know I really love and have been using and reaching for over and over my Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation, which also has a great thickness and consistency to it, so it is a great pairing for the Tarte Shape Tape, but I have used this with other foundations as well, and it does still blend in with something that is a lighter coverage. So to show you guys how I kind of marry and blend my concealer with my foundation, I'm just going to pull you in a little bit so you can kind of see just this part here. And again, I really prefer the dab method, so I'm just going to be dabbing the foundation right where the concealer meets the foundation. gonna go up and work it in. We're blending it and marrying it, and then you can go right in with it. All right, now that I've completely applied my foundation, I'm just kind of having you guys in a little close to my skin, a little too close. But it shows you how well this has blended out. You don't really see it as anything extra that draws attention negatively away. So I really like this. And I have used this with, like I said, a lighter foundation. So now I'm gonna pop on the rest of my makeup, everything except for my brows. And then we're gonna jump right into that. Now I have my face fully applied, and I think you guys can see that the Shape Tape concealer is not drawing away the eye in any negative way. It's really just kind of blended in with my skin and the rest of my makeup to look really great. But the one thing that I did not get to mention, because I don't have any right now, is blemishes. Something that I have used in the past for my blemishes is definitely the Tarte Shape Tape, because for me, when I do get a breakout, it is fierce and it is red and it is huge. I usually give it a name because it has its own zip code. It pretty much has its own house on my face. It's ridiculous. So what I usually do is I will just dab this on. I don't like too much concealer on any of my blemishes for the simple fact sometimes it brings more attention to them or it makes them look bigger. So I just kind of lightly tap off any excess product. I literally dab it. So say I had a zit right here, I would just go straight in and dab it once. And this dries it's got a faster drying time than some other concealers I've noticed. So I just kind of let it sit for just a second or two to kind of like work its way into the skin around the zit. And then I would just take the butt end of my beauty blender and I would just tap that in until it was all smoothed out so it looked like the rest of my skin, so it was less noticeable. That is what I do with the Shape Tape for blemishes. Okay, so now that we have the rest of the face on, we gotta focus on these brows. Now, I have very thick eyebrows, but the older I've gotten and the more I've effed with them, thank you, younger Nichole, who messed them up and made them too thin, I do have some spottiness, I have some patchiness, and there are times that I'm almost like, where are my eyebrows? Do I have them anymore? So I really try to take care of the hair follicles that I do have, and I try not to stress them out too much, but this is what I do. So as you can see, my eyebrows, I've got some patchiness here, some patchiness here. There's a little bit of like sparseness throughout. But my old school, in a rush, really quick way to do my eyebrows is take my e.l.f. eyebrow kit into the cream portion that you could tell I've already hit pan on, and I have a backup, don't worry. And I take my Eco Tools brush. I like to say Eco Tools like that because I one time said Eco Tools and somebody in the comments below was like, long E, Eco Tools. So now I just want to do that all the time when I see this. So you just kind of go into the product and then just brush it through your brows and keep shaping it as you go. That's my quick way to do the eyebrows when I just need to get them done quickly. But I'm going to show you kind of like more of a full routine. So I do not have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz yet. I really want to get that. I have not invested in that yet, but I learned about this dupe, and it is the Loreal Brow Stylist Definer. It has the little spoolie here on the back, and it's apparently a very good dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I will trace like a part of my brow or around my brows and then fill it in, and then flip this baby around and brush through with the spoolie. And I want you to notice where I'm holding this. For me personally, holding it towards the middle / back end and just kind of flicking the product along where it's supposed to go is a way that you can do your brows without them becoming like super bold and super in your face like you're trying to be Bert, you know, Bert and Ernie. No, you don't want that. So this is just a nice way to kind of like marry the product with your natural brow. Brush it through. This is actually moving the product as well. It's not just moving the hair, and I think a lot of people assume it's just like for like moving your hair with it. It's actually helping the product kind of blend through. Do you see the difference? Oh look, I have my shit together in life. Oh my god, I can't do anything. Brows change lives. They do. 19-year-old Nichole really effed up these eyebrows. If I could go back in time and yell at my younger self, one of the topics I would really discuss is don't overplug your eyebrows, you fool. And you don't have to do any more than this if you don't want to. This can look perfectly natural and fine depending on the look that you're going for. Today I'm going to show you what I do with the full look. So then I would go in with my Eco Tools brush into the cream portion. So then I'm just going to take the product and I'm just going to blend through. You don't have to have a heavy hand with this. Again, hold the brush towards the center / end, so that way you aren't crayoning it in. You're just flicking it and dragging it through. So these are the two biggest requests that I had, was to do my eyebrows and how I use, for an everyday basis, the Tarte Shape Tape if you are not a YouTuber and you don't want to put it on like a jack-o'-lantern. Those are the two big things. And then now, the last thing I'm going to jump into is the hair. And if you've noticed, it's up in a messy bun because today it's a mess. But I'm going to show you how to make yourself a little more presentable when you have a crazy hair day and you would just like it to be more polished to get out the door. Sleep with it up in a bun a lot, so sometimes when I wake up in the mornings, it'll have like a few kinks up here, or it'll be a little bit wavy down here, but it's not consistent and all the way through. You can do this trick with thick or thin hair, at least from what I have found. First thing you're going to need is a hairbrush to detangle your hair and kind of get it worked out. The second thing you're going to need is 2 hair ties and whatever heating apparatus you like to use. Some people use curling irons, some people use the flat irons to curl their hair. I, as you guys may or may not know, use an InStyler. Brush on one side, curler on this side. I've just had it for years and used it for years, and nobody else knows what it is. So today you're going to get to see it in action. Let that heat up for just a little bit, and while that's heating, you're going to put your hair into some old school, mom did this and you hated it, pigtails. Anybody else ready for a juice box and a nap? I'm ready. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into one of our pigtails. Take a section of hair. Can be however big you want. Again, my hair is kind of naturally wavy and curly, but yours can be super straight. It doesn't matter how it looks. We're going to wrap it around the barrel and we're going to let it heat up. I like to catch the curl and hold it for a second, but I find that for my hair that helps keep the curl, to let it sit for a minute while it's just cooling off from not having that hot tool on it, and then let it go. And you can use as big a chunks or as thin a chunks as you like. I'll use a bigger section now. And in case you're curious, what I would do now with my InStyler is I would close it and it spins, so it's just circulating heat. Let the curl go, hold on to it for a hot second. If it's too hot, switch hands, just kind of let it air out. I just kind of let it live its life for a moment, cool off, and then let it go. It maintains the curl much better, I find. Okay, now the one side is done and you look like you are ready for kindergarten. But don't worry, we're not done. But we do need to do this to the second side as well. So when you feel like you're ready for picture day because you have your pigtails all curled, just like mom did, now you're going to take whatever hairspray you like to use. This is my Aussie Awesome Volume hairspray, and I'm just going to do a quick spray in there. I have really no method to that. I just spray myself till it's in the face, you know. And now we take down our pigtails. And now you can part and style your hair however you want. At this point, I don't generally take a brush through my hair, but I will take a pick. This is a great trick for like second or third day hair. I am known to go 2 or 3 days, sometimes 4, don't you judge me, depending on what's going on and what's best for my hair at the time. Now you have a hairstyle full of body and wave to it, which is also a great look for the summertime as well. I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 requested how-to videos. Again, please let me know anything you guys would like me to make down below, or leave me a question for a future Q&A. I am so grateful for you guys and I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun videos we have coming. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.